All right, guys, it's time. This is the first official update from the social experiment that we launched 2 weeks ago. And if you're watching this, you're not just observing the actual video, but you're part of the proof. We told you this channel would grow. I told you we'd track it in real time, and now we're going to get into the data that's going to back this whole experiment up. So, quick recap for those of you who are just tuning in. 2 weeks ago, we dropped a video called "This Video is a Lie," and you'll believe it anyway. And I'll put a little link to it right here in case this is the first time you're tuning in. It wasn't a clickbait video by any stretch of the matter. It was actually a conscious trigger, Trojan horse of sorts, if you will. I told you we were doing something different here, and this channel would blow up eventually. And it's not by chasing the algorithm, so to speak, on YouTube, not by that by any stretch of the matter, but it's more about by tuning in with alignment and showing up with clarity and intention. And we called it a social experiment, and now we're just going to track the results. So let's get into the numbers. We tracked it over 15 days. And the reason we're doing that is simply because I want to capture 14 days, but in order to capture it, I got to go into the 15th day to get the raw data to where it is. So you can see here, so I went to a previous 2 weeks. We uploaded on April 1st. I went back 2 weeks prior to that, and that was from March 18th to April 1st. And so that data is we had 91 subscribers during that 2 week block. That doesn't mean since the inception of the channel, it's during that 2 week block. And that was our growth for that. We had 229.2 watch hours in that time period. We had 4,013 views in that 2 week block. And we had 59,654 impressions in that 2 week block and 4.4% CTR. So then we'll move over to the other piece of juice here, the actual, since the last 14 days now, it's 15 days, and we'll move into where we're at since we uploaded this video. So we have an increase of our subscribers that we gained in that 2 week block in the last 2 weeks was 108, so we actually increased there. And the views went up 6,279, and the watch time hours went up to 315.4 hours, and our impressions jumped a whole bunch. It went to 92,554, and even our CTR went up a little bit, so we're doing something right with the thumbnails. So that's pretty good. It went from 4.4 to 4.6. And just to bring it into context, at the end of the day, that's not just growth in those numbers. It's actually a momentum. So we're not really chasing the algorithm. We're chasing the momentum of everything. So our views jumped over 56% just in views. And the sub growth rate increased by nearly 20% from the previous 2 weeks. And our watch time grew by 38%. Impressions, they surged a whole bunch by 55%. So more people are having the opportunity to click on our content, which is great. And even the CTR we talked about, it nudged up a little bit. That's one number that doesn't really move a whole bunch. But here's something big. On the day we dropped the video, we were sitting at 985 total subscribers. And today, we're at 1,092. So that means we've officially crossed a subscriber threshold for monetization as far as YouTube rules go. But here's the twist. YouTube doesn't pay out just for subs. You know, you got to have the 4,000 public watch hours in that year time period as well. But right now we're only sitting at 2,129 hours. So we've crossed one mountain, but there's another one to climb. And that's fine. And if you're watching this right now, you can actually help tip that scale. Every minute you watch, every video that you replay, every comment that you share, it all counts, and you're literally helping power this whole thing forward. And but let's just zoom out a little bit from that side of things. And you know, it's not about monetization; it's about proof. and proof that energy and intention and alignment are more powerful than just clickbait for views. It's proof that you actually believe in something, and you show up for it, and you speak from truth. And you know what? Reality responds. That's what this experiment has always been about, not manipulating people, and more about awakening them. And every single metric shows that it's actually landing, so that's pretty exciting for us. So we're going to keep doing these updates every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks for sure. And every time we do an update, it'll actually show movement, which is going to be going up. You know what? Because like I said, we're not here to chase the views. We're here to prove that alignment, actual alignment and intention changes everything. So if this message lands or resonates with you, maybe you're just starting your channel, do what feels right, man. Drop a comment, watch another video, share it with someone who's just in the beginning process of waking up. Turn the awareness into a signal that's just so strong, you just simply can't be ignored. This is just the beginning. Update number 1 is in the books. The experiment is working, isn't it? So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good one.